We're gonna try this again. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it right. Hi everyone, my name's Kalia. I'm 21 years old. I'm from the East Coast. It's like my first official video to my channel. I've done YouTube videos in the past, here and there, for projects and stuff, but I never really started my own channel about the things that I want to be talking about. As you can tell by the title, it's going to be my top 10 tips for how I lost over 100 pounds. I started out at 306 pounds. I don't know how much exactly I weigh right now. The last time I weighed myself, I was 195. Disclaimer, I'm not a licensed physician, fitness coach, nutritionist as of right now anyway. Things that I gathered that I thought were like the best things for anyone that wants to lose a lot of weight, because the process can be intimidating. It's really intimidating looking at it, but once you really understand like the baby steps of everything, you'll be reaching your goal in no time and having a lot of fun doing it and figuring out what you like in the process too, because that's the most important part, is making the process work for you. Assuming that everyone is watching this video to lose weight or learn about how they can help other people lose weight, whatever the context is, a lot of my tips are going to be geared towards losing weight. Now if you want to gain weight, gain muscle, anything like that, that's going to be a different type of video. My first tip is going to be to put yourself in a calorie deficit. When we're talking about a calorie deficit, it's pretty much eating below the amount of calories that your body would need to maintain its current weight. Your body needs at least 1,200 calories a day to even be just up and running, and to make sure that your each organs and all your systems get what they need pretty much. Depending on how old you are, your gender, your height, all of those factors play a part in how many calories you should be eating a day to maintain your weight, and how many calories more than that would help you gain weight, and how many calories less than that would help you lose weight. So that was confusing, right? Okay, but there's calculators online, and I can go into a whole spiel about calorie deficits, but there's calculators online. You just type in all your information, figure out what number of calories you should be eating a day depending on who you are. Once you find that calorie deficit number, you're going to work off of that and pretty much restructure how your eating style goes. As an example, for me, I'm 5'8", 195 pounds. So when I put in all of my information to the calorie deficit calculator, I haven't looked in a little while, but I believe my maintenance calories for like if I wanted to stay my weight and just, you know, eat a certain amount just to stay the same, it's around 2,200 calories. My calorie deficit, however, is 1,600 calories in order for me to lose weight instead. Now, when I first started losing weight, or like started my whole weight loss journey in the first place, I had a really bad relationship with food. Like, it was literally a food addiction. I was using food to cope emotionally, using it as like a reward for everything I did, and it was just a bad relationship with food. So when I first started off losing weight and seeing how much I needed for my calorie deficit, I was like, oh, like it just seems like such a big cut at first. So for me anyway, to even just reduce how much I had the urge to eat, because it was unhealthy. Like, the urge to eat is natural, it's natural, but depending on how many times like you're kind of like wanting to eat, there could be some signs that don't necessarily have a healthy relationship with food, depending on how much you're wanting to eat and in what conditions. At first I went on like a liquid type of diet, not completely liquid, but for my first 2 meals of the day I was eating like meal replacement shakes, like Slim Fast. I was with Herbalife for a little bit, would kind of just do healthy snacks throughout the day, and then my main meal at the end of the day, nicely portioned meal, healthy. So around that time I was probably staying around like 1,300 calories a day, which is enough for me to survive, because your body does need 1,200 calories in a day, but you don't have to go that low depending on, you know, how fast you want to lose weight. If you are trying to lose weight and trying to like literally lessen the food addiction, I would highly recommend meal replacement shakes to start, just so like you don't necessarily have the urge to like eat actual food that could like end up being like worse, because the meal replacement shakes do keep you full for a couple hours, and mixed in with some healthy snacks, you'll be chilling throughout the day, honestly, and you'll end up dropping weight pretty quickly. I would have to do a separate video about exactly like what foods I would eat. Overall, it was just like the meal replacement shakes, a lot of healthy snacks, protein bars, replacement bars too. Kellogg's has great ones. Oh, this is not to say that you can't eat like junk food at all, or like any of your favorite snacks that might happen to be unhealthy. You just have to learn how to eat in moderation. At the end of the day, I have the biggest sweet tooth that you'll ever see in a person. Like, I love sweet. You don't want to limit yourself, because that's just only going to make it worse in the future. Find out little ways you can incorporate your favorite snacks into your day or the week. But for me, it helps having like one cheat day or like one cheat meal a week. Incorporate the unhealthy snacks in moderation a little bit later on, after you have like a better grip on like the healthy diet that you're trying to create for yourself. Now that I'm like a lot farther in my fitness journey, I feel comfortable enough to have those couple of unhealthy snacks a day, like an Oreo or two after I leave the gym or something like that, that still keep me sane and still keep me like, oh, okay, I can have my favorite snacks, because I know I have a lot more control of my diet now. Tip number 2, I would say, is definitely to cut out all the sugary drinks and just mainly stick to water. Just stick to water. I'm not saying you can't have juice at any point at times. Like I said, incorporate the things that you like here and there. If you want to lose the weight, you got to cut out the sodas, got to cut out the juice, got to cut out the alcohol to an extent, because that's what's going to keep, those are liquid calories that literally have no value towards your nutrition, no value towards your diet, nothing. It's just adding on more sugar that's going to make it even harder for you to lose the weight. So you could be eating right, you know, doing your thing, eating in that calorie deficit like I said, but them Cokes that you drink every day, the Sprite that you drink every day is going to slow it down a lot. It's going to slow it down a lot. And the goal is to speed up your metabolism, work it up to a good rate so that you can end up doing less work in the long run. Okay, so tip number 3, just a disclaimer, if you know you have an issue with tracking calories, like you had a history of like an eating disorder or something, proceed with this tip with caution. You know, you don't have to use it if you don't want to. Like I said, take what resonates with you. But my 3rd tip is to track your calories. You can keep a food diary and all that, but really tracking how much you're eating and what amount is going to make the difference, because it's real. If the numbers don't lie, you know. So if you really, you know, eating the 1 cup of yogurt a day, the half a sandwich, whatever, and you're staying within your calorie goal, you'll lose weight. But a lot of the times our mind tricks us into thinking that we have like a little bit more leeway for, you know, a heaping scoop of ice cream instead of the 1 scoop. For me personally, when I was first starting out my journey, I tracked everything because it helped me get an idea of like what overeating looked like in that sense, like what was gonna get me over my my calorie deficit. Now I don't track my calories, and honestly it's a bit triggering for me sometimes to track my calories, because I just feel like getting more in your head about it when you're tracking so much, and like it becomes less fun. So I would say initially track your calories so you can get an idea of how things should be, and then from there just have fun with it, make it your own, and just like really just make sure you're eating healthy. Also, another tip with this I would say would be to make sure you're eating enough protein in a day, because protein can make your life a lot easier when you're trying to lose weight. When we have more muscle on us, then there's more areas for calories to be burned. So it's like kind of like if there's more muscles, there's more surface area in our body that's kind of a bit more condensed, because muscle isn't just like fat, and we can burn calories a lot easier, perform a lot better, cardio becomes easier. A lot of things just become easier when you get enough protein and like prioritize strength. Okay, so tip number 4, my 4th tip, I literally have it written down right here. It's just to get up. Just get up. Just get up. Like, you're planning on losing a large amount of weight, I would recommend starting out with just a cardio based exercise schedule. Just getting up for at least 30 minutes a day can help like a lot, in a lot of ways. It doesn't have to be anything crazy like running or anything. Like if you like running, go for a run, do that. If you're not a runner, you can just walk. Like it doesn't have to be a big thing. Walking is a great like form of exercise, so just walking for 30 minutes can literally burn around like 300 to 400 calories. It can strengthen your core, give you more muscle mass, like tone your body nice. It can do a lot of different things just by walking 30 minutes a day, and you can lose weight. Maintaining a healthy diet too. So just getting up for at least 30 minutes. It doesn't have to be that serious, y'all. Like, just get up for 30 minutes. We lay on our phone for 30 minutes swiping through TikTok, so you can get up and, you know, do a little walk outside your neighborhood. Gym anxiety is real. I get it. Gym anxiety is real. You don't have to get up and go to the gym. Like, there's so many ways you can just be active. You can do YouTube videos in your room. You can do Just Dance in your room from the comfort of your own home. You can go for a walk in your neighborhood from the comfort, you know, of an area that you're comfortable with. It doesn't have to be a big thing. Just get up for 30 minutes a day. Tip number 5, once you are out of like the initial stage of getting more comfortable with working out and just doing the cardio, add some lifting in there, because it's going to change how fast your results come. Building muscle can help you with so many things, and it helps you reach your physical goals, like how you want to look, a lot faster. Because once I started lifting consistently, my whole body changed. Everything changed. And I can get more into depth in another video about my lifting style, what I do in the gym. But just once you reach a certain point in your fitness journey, I would add in lifting. But with proper knowledge, I would start lifting. I wouldn't just go in there blindly, because you can definitely do some damage to your body, hurt yourself, and come out worse than when you came in when you just intended to pick up a dumbbell. Like, there's ways that you have to lift weights so you don't end up injured or anything like that. More videos will come about that in the future, because I've been lifting for some time now, so I can definitely show y'all how things go. So on to tip number 6. Stop making excuses and just start today. Just start today. Like the procrastinating, the saying, oh, I'm just gonna start January 1st. Why do you need to start January 1st or the 1st of every month or next week, tomorrow, when you can just start today? Start executing immediately. It does not have, like, the more delay, the more procrastination, it leads to more built up anxiety about starting, more built up fears about starting, more doubts in your head. And the more that we delay stuff, the more we're playing ourselves. And at the end of the day, like, the end result of that is just going to be you not trusting your word that you're going to start building that confidence within yourself that I can get up and I can do this, and I don't have to be waiting until next year to do it, or next month, next week, whatever. Just start the diet. We're all not perfect, so if you messed up your diet one day, try again the next. Like, God gives us new chances every day. So it doesn't have to be that deep, and it doesn't have to be perfect either. Leads into my next tip. Tip number 6 is to learn consistency and to learn discipline. These two things is going to make you able to complete any goal that you have in life. When I was not, like, just kind of like going to the gym here and there, kind of just like being very sporadic about when I was working out and all of that, I wasn't, like, I was losing weight, yeah, but it wasn't like exactly the goals that I wanted to meet and everything. Because I would go to the gym, you know, 3 times 1 week, wouldn't go for a week, and then go again, but I would still kind of be eating right, you know. So I'm losing weight, but like, it's not like as good as it could be, you know, because it's like I'm not staying consistent with anything. Like, I haven't gotten better at running, I haven't gotten better, because I'm just doing it here and there. No progress. There's no progress with it. But once I started being consistent in the gym every day, consistent with working out every day, everything changed for me. Like, my results came so much quicker, and that's when I realized that consistency is key. Like, you know how everybody just be saying consistency is key? Like, consistency is really key. Like, once I started going to the gym every day, I started liking it a lot more. I started, my gym anxiety went away. My fears of like working out every day went away, because it just turns out to not be that bad. Discipline is definitely another part of it, because you're not going to want to work out every day. You're not going to want to eat the salad every day, but just staying disciplined in what you do and staying consistent with what you do will give you the results that you want, the results that you dream of. Because what really is holding you back from what you want? What really is? And the 9 times out of 10 is going to be yourself. Excuses is what's going to hold you back. The discipline is what's going to get you there. You deserve to be happy with yourself. So the consistency and discipline is definitely going to get you there. Also, with that, I feel like understanding the process is what keeps you coming back to the gym and what keeps you wanting to work out. Once I realized that actually staying consistent in the gym was going to give me my results, then I wanted to keep on coming back to the gym. Like, I'm telling y'all, just stay consistent in the gym. Go for a month first, right? And I'm not saying you don't have to work out 30 days in a row. Start making a mini schedule for yourself so that you can start going to the gym maybe 4 days a week to start. You know, maybe start out doing something like progressively adding more to your routine. To make a promise to yourself that you are gonna go to the gym for 30 days. Because, you know, when we think about long-term things, like, you know, going to the gym for like 6 months consistently, that's gonna turn you off. You're not gonna want to do that, and it's just gonna seem overwhelming, and subconsciously you're just gonna fail. Like, you're already like, you're not really thinking about the baby steps in between. You're just thinking about like just the big picture, pretty much. But just start off by being consistent with working out, eating healthy for 30 days. And once you just see the results from 30 days and understanding the process and understanding how consistency is going to play a part in how fast you reach your goals, then you're going to start to love the process. And I'm telling y'all, it becomes addicting going to the gym, knowing that you're sculpting your body with every single move, every single session. It becomes addicting. Like, becoming a gym rat, the gym addict is definitely real. Like, and it's gonna happen for you if you stay consistent. Set an intention for this journey. Definitely a lot more meaningful of a journey when you set an intention for why you want to do this. And the reason shouldn't be anything vain, I would say. Like, if you wanna stunt on, you know, if you wanna stunt on everybody, yeah, but like, you should be doing it for yourself. When I had like the urge to lose weight, the reasoning will always be behind, like, you know, I want, you know, boys to look at me, more attention when I'm out in public. I don't want people to like think of me as like the big girl. I don't want people to think I'm ugly. All this superficial stuff that was centered around vanity. And if you're constantly trying to meet your goals for other people or to like please other people, then you'll never truly be satisfied with the goals, because not everybody's gonna think you could lose 100 pounds. Somebody's still gonna think you chubby. Somebody might still think you're quote unquote big, whatever. Somebody might still think you're ugly. That a boy still might not come for you because he might not find you attractive still. A lot of things we can't control. So if you really base your intentions for whatever you're doing just off yourself and personal growth, it's just gonna keep on pushing you to go harder. Because at first, my reasons for wanting to lose weight were very vain, but now it's more on the track of like, listen, like, I want to make sure I feel good. I want to be confident in my own body. I want to love my own body, like, you know, because once that self-love kicks in, it's gonna hit different. You're gonna feel completely just confident in yourself, like no one can touch you, like, and that's just how it should be. When you start this journey, what's gonna keep you going? Think about what you don't want to be anymore. Think about what things you want to break away from. Okay, so my camera had to get charged for like 2 seconds. Probably gonna have to get charged in another minute. But oh, glasses are on now because I need to be able to see what's going on in the camera. Forget what I was talking about, so we're just gonna skip to the next tip. This is like, y'all don't comment me because this might not be 10 tips. I was going back and forth with a lot of things, so we're just gonna call this tip number 9 because I only have 2 more left. But okay, so tip number 9, like what I was talking about with setting intention, the setting intention is going to lead to a lot more confidence with your own self and your journey. So overall, you need to not only become, you know, physically strong, physically comfortable, whatever, but you need to become mentally strong, because if you have a strong mind, then you're going to be more disciplined, a lot more consistent in the process, which is going to get you to your goals faster. So you really need to do some inner work, some soul searching. It's going to be a little bit, you know, uncomfortable at first, but it's going to help you a lot more in the long run with not just only losing weight, but with a lot of things in the future that you might not have the confidence for just yet. because I can tell you right now, after learning all that I've learned, going through all that I've went through during my fitness journey, I can tell you that I wasn't as mentally strong as I was, or as I am now. Things that I did to build up my mental strength, my mental health: journaling seems so corny to me at first, but y'all, it helps just to get stuff off your mind, get something, just to write it out. Like, you could be thinking about a million things and it's just gonna stay trapped in your head. Like, you just need to really just write things out. And if you don't like journals, I love video journaling too. That's very helpful. But just getting the thoughts out, and even just talking to somebody too that you're comfortable with, whatever. I know for a lot of things you might not be comfortable just telling it to somebody just yet, but getting it off your chest is definitely something that's needed, because as humans, we can't keep things bottled up. That's only gonna make it worse. Journaling, once you put it out on paper, you really just get to process your emotions like a lot easier. Once you process it, realize why you're feeling things, why you're thinking a certain way, the emotion goes away and it's replaced with clarity. It's replaced with something else that can help you. Meditating helped me. I don't do it as much as I should. I'm still trying to get better at building that habit. But also building up your spiritual knowledge, whatever you believe in, just start, just confiding in that a lot more, building up that strength with whatever it may be. For me personally, I love going to like Bible studies. I love watching a lot of sermons online, a lot of reading like the Bible just to learn more, because it gives me that inner strength and that inner courage to go out there and do what I need to do, and just know that there's a whole team, a whole army behind me, a whole spiritual army behind me that's gonna hold me down throughout this whole process. It makes it a lot less lonely, because this doesn't have to be a lonely thing. Reading also helped me a lot. YouTube therapy, because I personally don't have a therapist. I'm very open to therapy. I don't have anything against it, but I don't have a therapist as of right now. And a lot of people might not have the resources, the time, the money for, getting a therapist or whatever. There's other ways to go around it. As long as you're immersing yourself in something that is healing, there's no other way to go for you but to heal. My favorite YouTubers, Brittany Lee is like one of my favorite YouTubers ever. She helped me heal through so much stuff. Like, her videos are incredible. Lynette Atkins, amazing. Sarah Roberts, she's amazing. She's a preacher. And Hines, I don't know if I said that right, Hindz, his videos are incredible too. My last tip, which is the most important, honestly, make it fun. Like, make the process fun. And it sounds corny right now, definitely one of the fundamentals of losing weight or just starting any fitness journey, whatever goals you have, just starting it, make it fun and make it for you. Like, make the process enjoyable for you, because when I first started trying to lose weight, I was following everybody else's routine, everybody else's diet and stuff. And yeah, I was losing weight, I was getting results, but like, I was hating it. Like, I was just like, I was pissed that I had to wake up and eat some boiled eggs and yogurt when I don't even eat boiled eggs and yogurt now. Like, you know what I mean? And I was pissed about having to do a certain workout and stuff, and I would just quit because I didn't like it. So I would quit, start over again by finding somebody else's routine, diet. Didn't like it, quit. You're not gonna find what you like immediately. You might, by the grace of God, you might. But sometimes it's gonna take that trial and error and just keeping an open mind to like, yeah, this didn't work, but let me see about something else. You'll end up perfecting it and finding a routine that works for you that you're gonna stick with. Make it fun for you, and just know that, this is your journey. You have control over everything, and it doesn't necessarily have to be the traditional ways of losing weight. Just make it fun for you. So that's all the tips I have as of right now for my top 10 tips. I'm gonna go in depth in the future about different topics that I mentioned and specific things that I did, specific workouts, eating, video, mental health things, all that in the future. But this is just a little teaser. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I can't wait to make more content for you. I'm so excited. Bye.